decided to build a heavier duty 2-level microgreen shelf, I guess you'd call it, over my reservoir down there, you see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it out of PVC. Let me take you along. So I had these left over when I was doing the vertical brassicas. I'm going to repurpose them. This is an 1.5 inch PVC Schedule 40. And I need 4 crosses. I actually need T's, but I'm going with crosses because I had those. I'll show you how I'm going to do that. And it should work out great. And so I need 4 of those for the 4 sides. And I've cut the legs out of 1.5 inches. So we're going to assemble the bottom part of the legs first, and then we'll go from there. Hey, I'm trying to film now, okay? Here are the 4 legs. I got the T's here. That's the bottom part of this. Now we need to determine the width, and how we're going to do that is we're going to look at this and measure it. I can tell you it's already 21 inches and it holds 4 flats. This is the basic table that I bought and I'm using for microgreens. You can see here, well, it's kind of hard to do. Snow, please. What are you? Don't touch me. I'm trying to film. So you got 21 inches here. You divide that by 3. That's 7. So we need 2 pieces of support that are going to go across the length of this table here, or this, well, I don't know what you call it. I guess you call it a tray. And it needs to be interior here so it supports all 3 areas. So I'm thinking I'm going to put it about 6 inches in on each side here. That way it doesn't bow down in the middle and it won't bend over on the edges. It'll be evenly distributed amongst the 2 PVC pipes going across here. So let me do that and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, I ended up cutting them to 12 inches because I want more stability overall. So you can see here I cut 2 2-inch pieces and I inserted this one already, and that's so I can attach the sides. Yeah, we're pretty flooded out here, so I'm having to work with the environment. Mother Nature isn't always friendly, but at least it's not too cold. So let me put these together and show you what it looks like. Alright, here are the 2 sides, the lower part. And you can see where I put the T together and I put the elbows in. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a drill bit, drill a hole, and I'm going to put these screws in, and it probably will never ever slip out, but the screws will prevent that for sure, and it'll also add some stability to keep the PVC from rotating and whatnot. So let me put those in. Okay, I put 4 on the inside here, kind of where they'd be hidden, and that'll keep these pieces from separating. Now I need to make sure the legs are equal width at the bottom compared to up here at the very top. So I'll put a tape measure on that, and then I will put screws in it at these junctions up here to prevent it from spreading or getting narrower or further apart. Okay, here's the bottom leg, one side, and I figured the best way to keep them spreaded evenly was to insert it into the other one. You know, they're the same length and whatnot. So I'll flip these around and I'll do the same thing with the other legs. I secured it with 3 screws. Every place where it could turn you have to secure it, otherwise you lose some integrity. There's the 2 sides secured, screwed in and everything. Now I need to determine the width from this one to this one, which should be just the little bit longer than this, to where the tray rests on top of the PVC that goes across here, but not on top of this. So it just needs to be just long enough to do that, and of course longer than the tray, so it sits fully all the way across here. End up measuring that piece right there. It was 48.5 inches, and I got it to fit, you know, where it rests on here. That way it rests on it all the way across, and there's just a little bit extra on both sides. So that's what it looks like underneath, and it's pretty stable. It's a lot stabler than the other one, and so that's where we're sitting right now. I need to secure it with the screws underneath and build the top shelf. Alright, here's my shelf, 2 shelves. platform from microgreens, and I need to wash it off before I bring it in to the greenhouse, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll take you in there and show you what it looks like. I made the height of the next shelf a compromise between storage underneath, you know, microgreens that don't need light, and the distance between the light and the top shelf in the greenhouse. Plus the height on the bottom shelf also allows me to do dark work and grafting work and all that kind of stuff. I'll show you all that. Alright, here's my new microgreens rack. I've got it set up, made out of PVC. You saw me just build it. I've got two large trays on here. I got plenty of room between the second or the bottom and top shelf, and plenty of room from the top shelf to the LED light up here. Had to move that up a little bit, but it's completely set up here. Each one of these trays will hold 4 1020s on it, and you can see here where I have 3 stacked, and I have a little bit of weight on there to keep them on top. There's nothing in that. This is just so well, it's for you guys to show you. And so I could grow 3 without the weight. I think I could grow 4, and if you do it 4 wide, that would be 16 starts. I would never probably ever get to that point because I just do it for personal use. Also over here I've got the dome when I can do my grafting work or any other thing where I need a dome, blackout beans or whatever else I need for that. Also designed the shelf where there's plenty of room to get in and out of my reservoir. Plenty of room, and the reservoir can again be used as another shelf to put some things on if I wanted to. So that's it for the new microgreens shelf, new microgreen shelf build. This is Brent, you guys. We will see you later.